Greetings and salutations, folks, and welcome back to Red Dead Redemption 2, where we've got a few quests going on. We've got... I feel like this is... Well, obviously, as we're getting closer and closer to the end of the story, everything's going to be coming together. Everything's going to be falling apart. Because we know that John Marston does leave the crew. Does he rob them on his way out? Is his loyalty to his family rather than Dutch's gang?
Sure.
Sure.
I'm just so worried about Karen, Arthur.
Why?
You know why. She's gonna kill herself when she hits the liquor.
Yeah, she's been drunk like all the time these days.
But I guess that's her choice. I'll try speaking with her.
Thanks, Arthur. I'll try too. But we both know it won't work.
Alright, so then that means I'm off the hook. I don't have to try. Let us carry on with the story. Mr. Trelawney, what have you got for me?
Josiah?
I was,
Leaving again?
yes, just leaving.
Yeah, now's not a bad time to leave.
Perhaps.
What do you mean?
Well, if I was you, I'd disappear too. This is all pretty much over.
I'll be back.
No, you won't. Let's not pretend no more.
He'll be back only if the gang gets back on their feet.
I'll miss you,
And
Arthur.
we've kind of only
Fine.
taken a downward trend.
Let's not get over sentimental. Well, the place is quiet. Get out of here. You go with my blessing.
Thank you, Arthur.
Found a friend looking for you.
Oh,
Mr. Morgan. Sir.
alright. I expected that to be a mission for Trelawney, and then Trelawney... It's interesting how these missions are set up. Like, there's quite a few missions where, like, you go over expecting to talk to a specific person.
Has agreed to a meeting to discuss and
Oh,
maybe
all right,
resolve
that was
his
fast.
alleged grievances and mine. Now he has lied to me more times than I care to remember, but maybe this time he must want peace. Why could he possibly want to humiliate us further?
We got words for his kind, but they're colloquial.
Perhaps I could make one last request. My men are not allowed to carry arms.
You want us to keep the peace?
Yeah, it'll be a lot of dull talking and ceremony. But I feel with some non-tribe members present, their chances of lying or worse will be reduced.
Will you, Arthur?
Alright,
It ain't my
alright.
business, brother.
No, I know. But it is mine. Do it for me?
I would do it for Charles.
I got-
I've saved
Charles is
your
a good
life.
guy.
Do it for me.
Sure. Come on.
Heck, I was gonna even do it for
You owe
Rainfalls.
this man. You should have him do your negotiation.
Let's go.
But I would wager that Arthur's relationship with Charles is more meaningful.
This way.
Now I'm wondering exactly how things are gonna go wrong when we get there.
Sure if you'd be able to help. Thank you
Where is Rainfall?
all
Oh,
of you. You have already done so much.
Ain't a problem.
you know, I find myself worrying.
So nobody recognizes
like-
me. I've had a few run-ins with the army recently.
I wish we could
Is
have
this
done more
story
to
getting
close the
going to be closer and closer to like a horror movie, in which these characters
Too much so in
who you
I just
knew
hope
once
little
before
favors
are
can
just
be
slowly going to get picked off one
I'm
by
not
one.
asking for very
Also,
much,
a turkey
but when
just
people are
charged
sick
into my
and
horse and
hungry,
died. Or is this going to be something closer to like Smoke and Aces?
deliberately withheld.
Same result, I
Do
mean,
not view that as something personal.
but like now you've got different factions trying to destroy each other, and Dutch's gang slowly torn apart in the process.
Shouldn't fight back.
Maybe that's part of the reason they're doing these things. Because they want you to fight.
And this kind of makes me wonder whether Dutch is kind of like
You see how these savages behave?
setting up his crew to fail.
Thank you for helping Captain.
Huh, I hadn't really thought about that.
Vaccines, Arthur. He will be at the meeting and is one person who knows the true situation at least. I still have hope that we can come to an agreement.
Like, what if Dutch is actually trying to just take care of himself. And he's causing all of this distraction so that he could set up his own gang and then get away scot-free. Also, it looks like I have to change my clothes again because we're back in the cold-looking environment. It's too bad I don't have any old-timey temperature gauges to tell whether or not my old-timey cowboy uniform is good enough for the environment.
There's my men up ahead. Hello.
There we go. Arthur, he can change his clothes while riding a horse.
This way.
Though I suppose actually I should probably give props to the engine for it to be able to swap models on the fly so easily. Like without any lag or interruption. Yes, I'm gonna park my horse there. Is this Colonel Favors? Oh, Rainfalls probably sits in that spot.
Colonel Favors, Captain Monroe.
Okay, yeah, Colonel Favors definitely looks like an old-timey general.
Who are these two?
They're friends of my people.
Interesting looking fellows.
Yeah, they won't cause any trouble.
Well, I should hope not. Listen, Mr.
Chief.
Yes, Mr. I can't say that silly name.
In English, they call me Rains Fall.
Yes, I'm sure they do. Listen, we're all Americans here, and we want an outcome. But quite frankly, I'm confused. Your men are little more than criminals, in my opinion. Keep breaking peace treaties we've made, causing disturbances in everybody's lives.
One of your men appears to be dying of the black lung.
Being a gentleman, really, I do. But there are limits. So, let me be very... Are you okay, man? Someone, Jackson, take him away. Where was I?
You're a gentleman with limits?
Are you being facetious, sir?
Come this way, buddy.
I said, are you being facetious, Captain Monroe?
No, sir, I am not.
Chief Rains.
That's Rains Fall.
Exactly. Chief Rains.
Yeah, they could definitely do with the better guard. One that's not dying of tuberculosis.
I'll be fine. Thank you.
Yeah, somebody's got a dead duck over here.
No. You know he's going to have Monroe court-martialed. Or attempt to. He's going to make a disgrace of him.
Monroe? Seems likable enough for a West Pointer. Why?
You know what Favors is like. Because he thinks it's right. Because he thinks Monroe is a patsy. Or a spy. He's convinced he had something to do with those vaccines getting stolen. He thinks Monroe is going to force him...
Notice how everybody cares about the vaccines, but not the camp of people that got shot apart.
Favors wants him tried for treason and hanged.
Why does Favors care about the Indians?
Because he doesn't want to back down. His whole professional life.
It's very kind of these people for just gossiping right outside this
The man
tent.
who missed a battle.
Poor Monroe.
Hightail Favors?
Liked him.
Yeah, that's probably not a good nickname to have.
He's kind of stuck up.
Your men violated the treaty. That treaty is null and void.
Feeling better?
Yeah, come on. Let's go.
That treaty will grant you The lands you currently occupy belong to the United States government. Why is this so confusing, sir? Why?
Good day, Colonel Favors.
Well, that was remarkably unproductive. I'm afraid the federal government was quite clear, Colonel, that it wanted peace, and peace for all, and that the treaty had not been broken by anybody.
Oh, is that so, sir? And did it want impudence, sir, from a junior officer in public? Was that its plan too, sir? You insult me. You insult the regiment. Arrest this man.
Arrest me?
Gross insubordination. Disobeying an order. Treason.
Are you mad?
You had those vaccines stolen. You disrupted a negotiation.
Let him go.
This is all getting out of hand.
Captain Monroe.
Yeah, it definitely got out of hand pretty quick there.
You gotta keep my mouth shut, amigo. I don't want to kill this man, but shall.
You won't get away with this.
Charles, Captain Monroe, mount up now. We're getting out of here. Time to get out of here. Come on.
I'll kill you.
Yeah, that's nice.
Get off me.
Out this way, come on.
You're just wounded.
Also, what is up with these horn instruments? These old-timey Western horn instruments.
Come on. Shoot the kid. Yep.
Alright, I guess I gotta shoot some of these folk.
Please, hold your fire.
Okay, so maybe that's not the best choice. There we go. There we go. All right.
Come on, Captain. Can you shoot? I can't do it. They're trying to kill you.
Yeah, they were gonna kill you too. All right, and then there's a guy over here. And then there's a guy over there. I cannot see you through these bushes. There we go. I'm trying. There we go. Take that. Yeah, I don't think this is going to work very well for the negotiations. Also, I probably should take cover and drink some of this potent health cure. And maybe switch to this repeater. Alright, where is a better spot for me to take cover from? Maybe this rock?
I am sorry, Mr. Morgan. I cannot kill these men.
Alright. But you're also letting them die. Also, these men have no problem trying to kill you. Ah, damn it. Ah. There we go.
It's now or never. Let's go. Captain Monroe, you're me.
Yeah.
Hey there, girl. Hop on, Captain. We sure as hell don't want to hang around here. Come on, follow me.
So on one hand, like, I think this more or less proves Monroe's point. That his presence is actually making things worse. Because they had to actually pull Monroe out, this might present a situation in which
What do we do now?
the colonel
Get out of here.
actually wants to retaliate.
I can't
Or
believe
does
that
this create a situation in which the military from up
I've been
north
an
is like,
army man
hey,
my whole life.
I heard
how did you get all these military guys shot to death
for treason. You can't die for those
by a bunch of
about the chief?
mercenaries?
We'll do what we can.
I guess I won't be submitting my report.
I wouldn't think so.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't, because treason, hanging, death. Maybe hop a stagecoach somewhere, hop a train off. Change into civilian clothing so people don't know that you're from the military.
Get out of here, Captain Monroe.
I fear it may be Mr. Monroe from now on.
I'm sorry about your career. Here. Here's some money. You take it and get out of here.
How much money am I
Start a
giving
new life
away?
somewhere.
I mean, it's not like I'm using the money for anything
Tahiti,
myself,
man.
but hey,
Thank you.
Just hop on a train.
everybody
San
seems to
Denis,
be
jump
interested
on a
in
boat,
Tahiti.
But avoid Guam. Where? Forget about it.
It's an island off the coast of Cuba. They're in the middle of a revolution. You probably don't want to be there at this time of day.
Reverend?
Reverend? Is he skipping out too?
What are you doing here?
I'm leaving.
Running away?
I suppose so, yes, I'm running away. I tried to make Dutch see sense, but he's very strange recently.
And the women?
People are very strange these days.
Jack? You leaving them?
I told them to run too. I asked them to come with me, but they wouldn't. I'm changed. I'm a changed
Also,
man, Arthur. I can't.
Arthur, didn't you
die
tell
for a
John
bunch
to
of
leave with
nonsense
Jack and
run by a
Abigail?
fool.
I understand.
You're not a good man, Arthur, but you're not all bad either. Everything will be... Your journey, your path will be just fine.
I'm worried my path is coming to an end, Mr. Swanson.
Maybe. I felt that way for a long time about myself. I mean, but you'll do what's right.
I don't know about that.
I do. Save who you can and let the rest rot. And look after yourself.
Maybe. We'll see.
You do see. You just can't quite admit it to yourself.
All aboard! Be well, Reverend. All aboard!
You too, Arthur?
Sure.
All right, I
Good
guess
luck
that's
out
another member of the camp down. Although, to be fair, both
You lived
Trelawney
your
and the
life like a
Reverend
man, Arthur, and
didn't
you
really
turned into a good
contribute
man.
that much. They were just
We were
kind
all
of
lucky.
there.
Things might have turned out differently.
Like, they weren't like Lenny or Hosea,
Getting mighty sentimental.
who are already dead. Really, I think it would be bigger, like, the bigger event is going to be, like, when John, Abigail, and Jack disappear. When Bill or Micah inevitably die. But that's going to have to wait for another day. Tomorrow we've got The Last of Doom Eternal. Thursday and Friday we've got something new. Saturday and Sunday we've got The Last of Concrete Genie.
See you back, sir.
Got any suggestions for someone to play next? Leave them down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And have yourselves a good night.
We'll be glad to hear it. See you around.